Give me one thing that you learned about your team during camp and leading up to the first week of the season that surprised you.
I would just say the grit that everyone has and the trust between each other. I feel like we're all here on this court for the same reason, and I think when we come into the gym, we're all leaving behind all the chaos that's happening in the world, and I think when we come on this court, we're all on the same page, and we want to win at the same time too, so that's good.
How different was it at Michigan State to be playing volleyball in front of more than just friends and family for the first time in a long time?
Yeah, it was definitely a different environment that we got. Definitely different from last year. We only had a couple people watching us, so having that environment and having that loud audience next to us right by the court is definitely different. But I think our teammates were able to help us focus on each other and what we're doing and being in the moment at that time.
You have a handful of these tournaments. Obviously, this weekend we get to have our own. How do you prepare for those, say, compared to a MAC weekend?
Yeah, I think our coaches do a good job of incorporating what other teams have and what they can bring to the table. So we do some drills that the other teams would, what we would see on the court. So I think we come prepared each weekend, no matter if it's a tournament or a MAC game. I think we're prepared for what's going to come at us.
A good field with Southeast Missouri State, Indiana, and Purdue-Fort Wayne this weekend. What do you know about those teams?
I think they run a lot of quick attacks and a lot of slides as well. So I think our blocking has to really read through the net and know who we have and what our hitters are running. So just continuing to pass the ball in the middle of the court, trying to mix up our shots a lot, and they have scrappy defense. So I think just also coming out with strategic shots is going to help us a lot.
You opened with a tough loss to Michigan State, especially in that third set there. What did you guys do as a team to kind of put that past you? And then, you guys came out on fire against Wright State the following morning.
Yeah, I think we learned a lot in that Michigan State match. I think we learned a lot about ourselves. It was our first match of the season. And, I mean, it was a tough loss, but even a greater learning experience. And we just used that to fuel us for the next two matches on the weekend.
It's your first real home game, this weekend. How does that feel? And, just talk about what you guys had to go through last year to get to this point.
Yeah, we're all really excited for this home weekend. We haven't been able to play in front of the Kalamazoo community in so long, and we're just excited to represent that community this weekend. And we're ready for whatever comes at us with these three teams.
I guess mentally and both physically, what was the toughest part of last season and, all the COVID protocols and the restrictions that you guys had on you?
It was really tough mentally and physically because, we couldn't really see anybody outside besides the team. But honestly, it allowed us to focus just on the team and just on volleyball. And when we came to volleyball, it was our escape from the outside world, which made it just really fun. And the season was great. And we just loved our teammates.
Obviously, you like you said, a lot of close contact, a lot of being with the team constantly. But what did you guys do to keep yourselves from getting on each other's nerves?
I mean, they were the only people that you could hang out with, so not saying that didn't happen, but we just tried to really do fun things together and mix it up sometimes. We'd have a lot of movie nights, but also we'd hang out and do other things, just keep each other occupied in the downtime that we had.
Happy to be having classes in school instead of via Zoom this year?
Yes, very excited to be on campus and see actual people. It is very exciting.